Well, hello and welcome back to Ostriv. Okay, so want to bring you up to date here. This past winter, 2020-2021, I was not able to record very much because of my office is in the back of my house, which is where my gaming computer is, and it's so very cold back there this last winter. I could not play at all. So, the last two videos in this series were actually recorded last fall. And this recording of today's play is now it's summer here in the US where I live. I actually moved my gaming computer out to my living room so that I could enjoy playing through the winter next winter. The only problem with being in my living room, even though I have a great view of the front of my house outside, I have traffic. So you may every once in a while hear a car go by. I do have the windows and doors shut, so it shouldn't hear too much. And of course, you know I have a puppy dog that barks every time somebody walks by. So bear with me on that. Um, So this is actually now 1759. Even though I wasn't able to play much over the winter, I was able to play since I've moved out here and went from the last video was in 1930, excuse me, 1734 was the date, and this particular day is now 1759, so it's 25 years later. So you're going to see quite a bit done here. These explanation points here are the fields, the farming fields telling me that they need plowed, which will happen soon as the springtime breaks. And you see we down here we have our plows ready to go. Same with I have three farms. This is one farm and the fields of that farm. And then over here I have another farm which also has plows. And these are the fields of that farm. And then I have a third farm over here. This one right here. There's the plows there. And these are the fields for this particular farm. So you can see we've added quite a bit. In 25 years, the property has grown pretty good. I've really enjoyed this game. I probably will continue to play it, but I may only just give you updates from now on. So you can see our what do you call this? The burial grounds here are getting pretty full after so many years. Here's the center of town. Remember the church and the center point. This is the center market. This is the trading post, and this is the town hall right here, this building. And then we grew this direction with houses, you may remember, and then we also started building back in this direction here, secondly, and then, but as you can see, we've added quite a few houses in town and on the outskirts as well. We did build a bridge here, went over to this area, got some houses started here, and we also started building back here. Put a school, this is a school in right here, and let's see, hold on just a second. Quite a few houses here. Got a salt works. This is a salt works back here. Gathering salt for us. Quite a few houses in here. We continue to grow our houses over here. We also started moving back in this direction. Here we have another trading post and another salt works. These are fishing buildings, and we started adding houses on this side. We built the bridge here to get across. So we have some folks living there. Then up the river, a few more houses here. And of course back to this area. We put these houses in here with a school here. School has 4 children. This current one does. And then back here, we also have another set of houses. So you can see we've been quite busy building. Got a row of houses here, and this is also a school right here. So the community has grown quite a bit. Now the only thing is, if you remember on my last video, I was down by a couple $1,000s. Well, now I'm down by $51,672. So I've been struggling to keep the economy or our budget above ground, but you know, it's quite difficult this game to make a positive out of it. I've been doing some research on the economy, and I noticed that my salary is quite high. So I haven't raised my salary wages much, but I have raised the rents and the taxes, but I can't seem to make a profit. I'm at a negative most years. In fact, I haven't seen a positive yet, I don't believe. So it's a struggle keeping above board with the finances. Now, what I've done is I found that I can somewhat prevent it from going up or getting more in debt, but it's still not going in the right direction. So what I have found is that in the if you click on, say, the farms, and you'll notice down here, these are the employees. Well, when it comes harvest time and collecting of the plants, they need assistance. So they allow you to hire other people, other laborers. So on the farms, I have these turned on because we really do need to get the crops in, and they have to be in at a certain time or we lose them to the weather. So that's fine. But on these other places, say like over here, if we come into, say, this is the weaver shop. Well, there's not a lot of production going on right now. There's 2 employees, and things seem to be working okay. So what I've done, I've turned off the hiring options, because what I find is that these people that are workers will have the laborers do all the work, and they do nothing. I mean, they maybe do their thing, but I notice that they don't do anything. And I found that if I turn that off, they tend to do more work, the actual workers themselves. So we have the workers and the laborers. And the workers won't do anything if they have options to laborers. So I've turned that off. So like, for instance, here is the goat shed or sheep farm. And there's 4 workers. And if you look at them, you know, like right now, milking sheep. Okay, she's doing something. This one's coming to work. This one's supplying water, and this one's taking a rest. So there's not a whole lot going on right now, and they seem to be able to do it, just the 4 of them. So I've turned off the laborers on a lot of the buildings. And I've only put them on where they're in dire need. Now there are some times, like for instance over here, this little marking right here says that there's not enough food variety. So what I would do here is to upgrade the stalls a little bit, meaning that if a worker is lacking this is what they're supposed to have up here in their stall. This is what they're supposed to keep in stock, and this is what they have in stock. Well, she may, because she's behind, need help. So I will allow her to hire temporarily someone to help her keep. So I have to keep an eye on these stalls, I noticed. And that does seem to improve the monies a little bit, but I still am not able to bring that down in any way. And I have done my research on each one of these buildings, trying to get them, to make money. Just doesn't seem like it's happening. So, and the one last thing that I'm going to test out is in the economy section. It says that the market prices are at 100%, and it says purchase from citizens price is 90%. So I think I'm going to bring that down to 70 just to see if it makes a difference there. And what that means, purchase from citizens, the citizens themselves are actually growing along with our farms. The citizens are growing crops. Like right here, this is an old crop field. In the back, this person's backyard. So they're growing stuff like cabbage and carrots and onions and stuff like that themselves. Some of them even have honey hives. Let's see if we can find, yeah, right over here. You can see here's some with a beehives. So they will make their own honey. Right here you can see this one over here has some hives too. So that's one thing about this game, is that it's quite pressing on how to learn how to keep it in the positive. I've yet to find that out. But I've been deeply into trying to find out how to make a profit. Same with the animals. What do we have here? We've lost our pigs. What? No, they're there. We just don't see them. Okay. One thing I've noticed too about the animals is that, let me collect the check these all off. When you look at the animals, they're probably all inside because of the cold weather. You notice their food, and it tells you, like, for instance, here's the pigs, the pigsty. It has food reserved for 8 months and water reserved for 6 months, which is good. Now, I've had animals die in the past, and I found the way to prevent them from dying is to increase. Down here you'll see resource supply. And what I'll do is where it says stock, I'll keep those up. And I'll also keep the yearly. I'll increase these figures. It allows you to increase these numbers, so I will bring them up. This middle number is, for instance, I have stock of water here, 2,000. The middle number, 1060, I believe is the yearly. It's used 1060 of 5,000 yearly. So what I've done, I've increased those to the extreme. Like this one says they used up cabbage 386, but I kept 800 in stock, and so I don't really understand the stock and the yearly very well, how that works. But what I did was I just increased those to the max, or not to the max, but to the highest, to a much higher level. So water stock 2,000, but I put yearly 5,000. And for wheat is 1,000, but I put 2,000 in the under yearly. And I noticed that tends to keep the animals alive better, which is good. Our horses, they're good. Food reserve 5 months, water reserve 6. So I've increased those a lot. Cows, we lost quite a few cows recently because they are something you really got to watch. I also kept laborers on for them because if I don't, they'll get a little bit out of hand. I do want to check and make sure their monies or their wares, their supplies are up. It says max 500. I moved the yearly up to 3,000, and the water says 500. I moved that up. So I'm going to change this first 500 to 1,000. Not that it makes any difference, but we can see. Looks like, yeah, see, when I did that, a bunch of people came on board, which is fine. I'm going to speed up the game just a little bit. Let's watch this and see if people go to get water for them. Because I increased that water number up. Supplies, yeah, see, I increased that. Yep, see, they're bringing water in. So yeah, they've increased, and they're bringing food in as well. You'll notice they start making a move here. So yeah, water reserves has moved up to 2 months. Hay reserves, we could probably, let's see, let's increase that just a little bit. This first number, it says hay maximum 500, but I'm going to move it up to 1,000. I'm going to apply that. No, it won't allow me to bring that up. It'll stay at 500, which is fine. As long as they don't kill the animals. That's the only my main concern. Okay, so it does look like they're going to increase the food. Well, they're a little more active, so that's good. So that's how to keep, you got to keep an eye on your animals because they will die off quickly. Yep, and see they're bringing in food and water, which is good. Yep, going in there and doing things. Okay. Yep, bringing in water. Yep, got our water almost up to 1,000. The hay is right here, so there's no reason why they should not have lots of food and water. Food and water is right here for the cows, so there's no reason. So the key is to keep those numbers up. Click on the building. In the lower, it says resource supply down here. Click on that and just increase these numbers. I have currently my cow is hay is at 500 and 3,000, and my water is at 1,000 and 3,000. So, and it seems to work. Helps. And over here, these guys. You know, it's hard to tell once a batch is started. You know okay, so let's go ahead and allow them to use apply to all, and we're going to do wheat. Okay, that might get them started. Okay, so it's now February 1759. I added another granary over here because I found that our fields were really doing well. Now that we have our plows, three sets in each one. we're able to really give our fields a good plowing, and they really need it. We added, we now have 4 chicken farms. They seem to be doing well. I also have them set on high. Don't have the laborers on, but I have on the chicken farms 1,000 all the way around. 1,000 down this row and 1,000 on stock. Under stock, all are set to 1,000, and yearly all are set to 1,000. And we can go ahead and click these on, turn everything up, apply to all. And they seem to be doing well. Food reserves for 3 years and water reserve for 7 months, which is good. That's doing well. Okay, now also too over here you'll notice these are saying these little gold ones are saying family is out of money. Now when I look at these, you know, they're asking for a stimulus check, and if it's a here we have a man and a wife and 3 small children. But when I look down here, I see they have quite a bit of food. I mean, they don't have a lot. I mean, they have vegetables, but they don't have meat. So they have a little bit of sallow, and they're on their way to get some dried fish. So I'm going to help them out just a little bit. And when you click on financial help, it gives them $5, which is probably a lot back then. So in that case, I will do that. Here's another family, a couple with all they have is berries. So I'll go ahead and help them so that, see now they're going to go get some fish. So I look at each one because that also will bring my monies more in the negative. Here we have a couple with a 32-year-old child. They have onions. They have not enough meat here, and they're completely out. They don't have a cent, so I'm going to go ahead and help them. They're going to get potatoes, which is good. I mean, so I can help out, but I don't know how much in the negative I can go. Here we have, looks like 2 sets of grandparents, husband and wife, and a small 10-month-old. Quite a few people. There's no meats. They have vegetables. They have onions and carrots. So I am going to go ahead and help them. They're going to go get some flour. So they'll make bread. So that's good. It's good to help if I can. But it's just because it's winter time. Here we have quite a few people. They do have cabbage, so they could make cabbage, and but we'll go ahead and help them too. Okay, here we have a couple with a baby. They have honey and flour, and they also have lots of fish, dried fish, and they have, I'm not going to help them because they have plenty of food. It's just winter time. They just want a helping hand. I can't afford it. So here's another couple. Don't have a lot. They have cabbage. They can make cabbage soup, so I'm not going to help them as well. If they have lots of food, they're going to suffer through winter a little bit. I'm not going to help everybody. I can't. I don't have the funds. Okay, so here we are. We're going to plow these fields. This one's going to be wheat, which is good. We do need wheat. Sunflower and flax. Okay. Wheat, very good. That's going to be for the animals here. Let's see where they're taking the sheep. Going to take the sheep down here. They'll put the sheep in one of these fields out here, which will help fertilize them. Yep. There you go. Yep. Okay, very good. So we have a messenger. Let's see. They need sheep hides. We don't have a lot of those. Don't have a lot of potatoes. So we don't need, um, we can't sell anything at this point with this particular, looks like we're doing well there. Okay. And because I have the farms, I have all the all the buildings set to no laborers pretty much, except for the farms. They're turned off. So because of it, there's a lot of people out. I have 512 persons in the village, and 27, 28 are looking for work. So when the farms open up, once they're done plowing, a lot of those people who need jobs will come and work at the farms. You'll notice when I click on this one, look at all the people coming in to work, which is great because we get a better yield because there's more workers. So you can see all the workers that are out of jobs are now coming in and helping, which is great, especially when it comes harvest time. They can really clear these fields a lot. So that's a good idea to turn down the laborers on most of the most of the companies, except for the farms, which need the labor at the very beginning of the season. They're out here planting seeds right now. It is now March 1759. In this field, we're going to have wheat. That's good. We're going to have buckwheat over here. This one's going to be fallow. So in other words, this is left empty to allow it to generate. This grass and stuff will be turned over next year. So that's left open. This one is going to be hemp. This one's sunflower. I really enjoy this game a lot. It's so very peaceful and just fun to watch the people work and grow. And here's a food stalls here, so let's take a look. So we have on-hand fish and chicken, which is rich. I mean, in that they have both varieties. Here we have this is pork, salt, and mutton. Here we have shoes, clothes, warm clothing, and sunflower oil. Here we have potatoes and cabbage, and we have carrots and onions when available. Right now we don't have those, but be nice if they implemented cabbage and onions into the field, because I don't believe they do have that. Let me look. Nope, that's the wrong field. Let's go over here. Let's click on this one. Yeah, see if you, whoops, I wanted to keep that in flax. Yeah, see there's only wheat, buckwheat, sunflowers, potatoes, hemp, flax, and fallow. So I'm going to keep it on, keep this particular season onto flax. But it'd be nice if they implemented carrots onions and cabbage, especially onions and cabbage. Carrots would be nice too, but I've tried to keep these tree farms going because I don't want them to tear up the surrounding forest too much. They've done quite a bit of chopping down of the trees, so I do try to keep that. Same with this one. Cut quite a bit. Here we have grandparents, 2 sets, husband and wife, and a child, 1 year. They have lots of firewood, onions, raspberries, and carrots. They have a little bit of flour and a little bit of honey. So they are lacking a little bit in what they need for food, so I am going to go ahead and help them. That will allow them now to gather some other items for purchase here. Some meats. See, they've been around for settled in. They've been settled in for 2 years. Okay, over here we have husband and wife and a baby. We've already looked at them, so we're going to pass them up for, well, they really don't have, they do have cabbage and carrots, so they can make a stew. These people do have a little of everything in that they have their fish, dried fish, and oil. They also have honey and flour, a little bit of flour. They have lots of raspberries. They are pretty lacking in their food, so I am going to help them. So I've been trying to be selective on who I give money to. Here they have lots of vegetables, quite a few people, and no real food, so they are going to get flour with that. But you can see now I'm up to 52,000 in the negative. Okay, here's three persons. They do have sallow and potatoes, lots of onions, and so I'm going to pass them up for right now. Let's take a look over here. Okay, we have a husband and wife and 3 children in their teenage years. They have lots of cabbage, but that's it. Nothing else. So I am going to help them. That will help them to purchase the items they need. Eggs, yeah, they're going after eggs and fish. So yes. Yep. That will help them. Okay, let's see if there's any. Want to keep an eye on the sailboats that come. Also, while I'm over here, take a look at the fishing. Okay, they continue to catch. They have approximately just under about 80 fish on hand there. So they're going to continue to feed the community. Over here we have another fishing. They have dried fish and regular fish, you know, just regular fresh fish. So they're doing well. Very good. Except let's see where these guys are. This guy is taking a rest, fishing. Okay, yep, he's out fishing, taking a rest, and going to work. Okay. Okay. They are on their own time, that's for sure. Let's go over here to this fishing. Mm-hmm. Okay, this one guy way down here belongs to this one. So they'll go pretty far out. This guy right here belongs down here. This is his home base for where he's fishing out of. And you can tell when you click on the building, you'll notice these blue lines. Like this tells me that he's there and this guy is way over here. So you can kind of keep an eye on where the boats are. This guy went way over in this direction. So this guy over here belongs to this building here. So, okay, so they're doing good. Over here we have, um, hmm. Okay, so now I've noticed that they're supposed to be doing dried fish only at this one, and they're having trouble keeping. Whoops, I did want to click on all, but that's fine. Trying to get the salt to increase here, so let's see why there's a salt problem here. Let's go down here and look at our salt works. Okay, they're getting ready to come out with, they have lots of salt on hand. Let's check out our granary and see if there's salt being stored here. I don't see salt, so I'm going to add salt here. Okay, so they're going to bring salt in. That hopefully will help service this guy over here, this direction. Let's look at supplies. Okay, yeah, see that it's red. So it's telling me that I don't have enough. So I'm going to put 1,000 in there. Yeah, see, that'll bring in the workers, which will increase the salt level, which is what we need to get the salt fish going, dried fish. So we'll soon see delivery of salt here. Let's take a look again over here since I turned that on. Let's take a look at the helpers. We're going to turn these off. Okay. Don't need it on there. Then what I like to do is that this next one, want this to be dried fish only. So let's take a look at this. Let's turn on dried fish only. And what that does, it prevents people from coming and taking the fresh fish until they get it large enough where they can put a batch of dried fish going. Turn this on, make sure, and I want to look at their supplies. Yeah. As soon as they get enough fish, next person coming in will start the batch, and it'll show up right up in here that there's a batch of dried fish happening. It takes it a minute to reflect because I just turned this on. They're going to continue. People who were coming, and they're in the process of heading this way anyway, will come in and take the the fresh fish for a little bit, but soon we should have a batch started. There we go. The very next guy that came in to work started a batch drying, 50 fish. Very good. And she's bringing supplies. Probably salt. Yeah, because this is going up, it looks. Okay, very good. So I noticed that you really do have to keep an eye on these because if you don't, they will not work correctly. This one is fresh fish. I've asked to do some dried, so once they catch enough fish, they can do both fresh and dried. So I have a request for dried. Looks like we have a boat that needs repaired here also. He's really over here. Keeps going. Oh, I see. This one, guy is going to repair that boat. Okay, so he's taken it to repair. We probably should put another repair in here, I guess. I'm not sure why this guy is not repairing. Okay, so let's take an eye on this guy. Let's see where he's going with this boat. Yeah, see, he's going to take it way downstream, which really shouldn't be the case. He shouldn't have to go that far to repair this boat. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put in, because of that, he shouldn't have to take that boat that far. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put in another boat repair shop. Let's go ahead and click. Okay, so that would be boatyard. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put him in right about there. Get him going. I believe that it's best to have a boatyard alongside a fishing dock because, as you can see, if you don't, it'll take the boats way far away. See, he's way over here now. You can see, follow this blue line. Here he is. And he's coming to this spot right here, I believe. Yeah, way too far for him to be taken. It's taking that boat, because once they repair it, he's got to take it all the way back. Yeah, he's going to repair it. Okay, so we have a new boatyard being built closer. Now he's going to take it back. It's been repaired. But see how much time it takes. It takes a lot of time away from the fishing to do it that way. Let's see, is this one of those? Yeah, this goes here. Plus, see, now this needs two repairs. So consequently, this guy here is busy doing this boat over here. So we really do need that other repair shop. So yes, I think it's best to have a repair shop for each fishing dock. Should have a repair shop. So they're going to put that in now. Let's go ahead and watch for just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to add a worker. We're going to allow him to have help for a little bit. In fact, I'm going to put 2 guys on for right now. And they'll help out with the repairing of the boats. 3 batches of dried fish going here, which is good. Yeah, see, so if you don't take time to take a look at each one of these, it can get away from you. Things will just seem to stop. Excuse me. He went to get supplies. Yep. Yep. Both getting supplies. That's good. I believe this guy is returning a repaired boat. Yes, he is. Yeah, shouldn't have to take it. I'm not sure why this guy's not taking these, but that's fine. $22 fish on hand there. So he'll drop the boat off, then he'll walk back. You'll see him. There he is there. Heading home. There he is there. He lives here. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's take a look at our farming. Looks like the crops are doing good. It's now July. And you can see if you look at the individual houses that the folks are growing their own vegetables as well, and the city will actually buy some of these crops from of the families so that they can put them in um, their little stalls here. Um, let's check on some of these stalls a little bit. Yeah, see, it's a little bit too early for some of these items. So as they start to harvest, yeah, see, real low on cabbage and carrots here. Those are probably from last season. Fishing, she's gone off to get. I'm going to help her by giving her some labor help. So I also want to go here and here. Yeah. That may help her a little bit to acquire some items that are missing. Over here at the pigs. Not sure why the pigs aren't showing up. We have several 3-year-old pigs, so I'm going to go ahead and have them slaughtered. That'll give us the sallow that we need. Okay, and then we should have a gentleman, and I'm going to go ahead and double speed this. Sometimes I notice that the speed will drop off occasionally, so I got to watch that as well. Okay, so yes, we have yeah, sallow and pork are going to be now available. Let's see if the pig shows up. Yeah, it does. It shows up here, going to slaughter. Horses. Looks like they're doing well. We got 6 horses, so I don't want to breed any right now. We don't use them as much as we need. If they get too old, before they get too old, I may go ahead and turn on breeding. Actually, because several are getting old, I will turn that on for just a little bit so we can get some youngsters there. We do have 1 female and a male at 2, so actually I'm going to turn that off because we do have a young male and female, so we want to keep some youngsters aboard so that we can reproduce later on. Sheep look good. Let's see, how many do we have? It looks like we have quite a few there. We may slaughter a couple for mutton. Let's go over here and take a look. Yeah, we're at full house. We do have 4 that are 4 years old. So we're going to go ahead and take them out. Have them slaughtered. That'll give us some mutton. You can hear my kitty in the background. Fields are looking good. Looks like they're starting to harvest. It's now August. We can watch for a minute. What do we got here? And you can notice all the farm workers are coming in because it's harvest time. And this is flax field here. You can see them coming in and starting to harvest. And that's what's great about having the laborers mostly on the farms, because when the season comes, it keeps them working, the farm's working nicely, and we have plenty of people to help, which is great. Okay, so do we have flax over here? We might add flax if we have it here. Yeah, I'm not sure why we don't have flax on our list for the granary. So most of the flax will go into the it'll go right into the farm itself. So that's fine. Okay, and this was Buckwheat, okay. We should have buckwheat on over here. I'm sure we do. Yes, we do. So they can take buckwheat there. And here we also have buckwheat. Yes, we do. Okay, very good. Okay, yep. And over here, yep, we have buckwheat on. We do. Yeah, it says that they are buying cabbage and carrots from the local producers, so that's good. We have buckwheat coming in. Yeah, I think we need to add flax to this list. Would be good because right now flax is sitting in the barns, which is fine. But I think eventually the barns will get full. Okay, and this is saying that it does need to be soil is exhausted. Yep. Okay. Yes. Yes. The farms are running much better now. Before when I had the laborers turned on with all the other producers, I wasn't able to get these harvested in time. And now that I've turned it off to most of the other places, the laborers are now coming in when and where I need them, which is great because here it is August and already we've harvested quite a few fields, which is great. You got looks like a nice crop of wheat over here. Very nice. In here we have potatoes. Okay, looking pretty good. Not sure why these guys aren't, let's see here. No, I don't want to turn that on, but I do want to, okay, so we're going to turn this up. That might make a difference. And looks like I'm going to get a thunderstorm here now. So hopefully I won't lose this video. Looks like thunder and lightning outside. You might hear some booms here pretty soon. Okay, and here. Yep, we got that up to 1,000. We do have progress. Okay, so yeah, that might be have been the problem here was that. Okay, so it does say it's in progress, so that's good. Looks like we're pretty full there. Okay, so they're going to need water, it says. Let's see. It's got 2 months reserve, so we may want to increase the water level. Yes, so we're going to increase the water to 2,000. And we're going to apply that. We don't necessarily need laborers here, so I'm going to turn that. Oh, it's off. Okay, good. The workers should be able to get the water and food here. And it is indeed increasing. It's this little green arrow says that it's going to increase. So that's good. Same with over here, hopefully. Let's take a look. Yeah. It's been so hot and humid here in the east of the United States. It's hot, 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 and very humid this year, 2021. And I feel like I live in the tropics. It rains, thunders, and storms every afternoon. But no complaints. I prefer summer over winter. But boy, it's been hot. Winters are also very mild these days. I think there is definitely a climate change. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. We're coming on to September. We have, this is 1759. We have 512 persons. We're still in the negative at 53,182. So, I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I also wanted to take a look at this. Stone and limestone. Okay, now we do have a messenger. Or a person coming in to look for... Okay, so they're offering... Let's look what their demands are first. Okay, they need wheat. I don't want to sell our wheat. We could sell 1,000. If I sold 1,000 of shoes, that'd give us $320. That's a deal. I want to come up real quick and make sure the shoes are available. Shoes. Shoes. Okay. What else do they need? Buckwheat? They need 1,000 and we have plenty in exports, or we're going to go ahead and sell that. Charcoal they need. We have 8,000. They need 8,000. That's a deal. Chicken eggs. We're not quite ready to sell chicken eggs. Sunflower oil. They need 15. We have 3,000. It's a deal. Clothing. They need 2,000. We have 2,000. Raspberries. No. And honey. No. Okay. What do we need? Now what's nice about this is that you can actually click on these and see what it is that we need. Leather. It's starting to rain outside now. Okay. Let's see. We could use some more iron, I think. $120. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Sallow. I am going to go ahead and buy that. Dried fish and potatoes. Potatoes, no. We didn't really buy a whole lot of potatoes, or grow, I should say. Cancel. That's fine. I think we should take a look. What did we do in potatoes? Did we grow many potatoes this year? Not a good year for potatoes. We probably should have picked up some of those. That's another thing you have to watch is the crops coming out. See, we were short on potatoes and we didn't grow very many. So I should have bought potatoes from that person. The next person that comes along, if they have potatoes, we will grab those. Because we're going to need potatoes to get us through the season. It's now October. Okay, so let's see what we have in potatoes. 0 potatoes, but it is increasing. So I think we did have a potato crop over here. Yeah, see, we're lacking in potatoes this year. Let's look over here. Yes, we definitely are lacking in potatoes. We have only 338 potatoes in this granary. Over here, no potatoes. And the granary over here. No potatoes. Here comes the lightning and thunder. Only 78. Yeah, so we do need potatoes. So the next person that comes in, we will definitely grab the potatoes from them if they offer it. We should make sure that these are happening next year. Potato, yep. Okay, oops. Okay. It is pouring outside here at my location in the U.S. I'm on the Eastern time zone. Here comes the products that we ordered. Let's see what's happening over here with potatoes. Nope, no potatoes. Okay, so we definitely need to order potatoes to get us through the winter. So hopefully the next messenger will offer us potatoes. Pouring down rain outside. Okay, well, it's October, and it's been about an hour, a little over an hour now, so I am going to end a little bit early. But you got a good look at my town here in Ostriv. Ostriv. And it's a really great game. If you haven't tried playing it, it's a great little place to build your town, watch the people come in, and it's really a lot of fun, this game. If this is your style, I know it's not everybody's style of game, but for me, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, and so until next time, you all have a great evening. And I will catch up with you later. Woo! Lightning. Bye for now.